G'day guys, my name's Josh. You can call me JaWoodle, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die in Alpha 18, where I am back to build some more bases and test some more ideas and see how we can bend the zombies to our own will without having to spend too much effort. The lazier we can do it, the better I think it is. Is that because I'm inherently lazy? Maybe, but I like to feel like if you can spend as little effort as possible fighting the zombies in the zombie apocalypse, you're probably going to have some more energy to go raiding and looting and do all the other actual fun stuff, rather than like getting zombie blood smeared all over you. But before I can go out there and build something, and today's actually kind of exciting. It's something that I tried at Alpha 17 and it worked okay, but with the new powered doors, I think it'll work a whole lot better. Before I go out there and test my hot little idea, I need to go down into the Hall of Legends and show off a couple of more superstars for supporting me and making all of this possible. And as always, well not as always, as we are now, we're starting in the MVP tower, and it's actually in reverse order to how we normally do it. An MVP going up on the wall today, and today we are welcoming Donovan Y onto the MVP honors board. Donovan's been around for a very long time, so thank you, Donovan, for all of your wonderful support, and everyone else for your wonderful support as well. I've locked myself in, which is kind of silly. Nothing happened there, don't mind me, just breaking physics. And the other two for today are Daryl C and Troy. Welcome to the Hall of Legends. You now join everyone else. There's a whole lot of names on the board now. We're into like the final 50 names for Patreon. Well, if this that I have this month anyway. The list refreshes at the end of each month, so I don't know how many more is gonna have to make some space for, but I'm definitely gonna have to expand into the new wing down the other end. So thank you everybody in there for all of your wonderfulness. Alright, let's go find somewhere to build just down the end here. Why not? I've got not a lot of space left actually, after all. There's a lot of bases here. Maybe I need to, oh no, there's still a whole big divot over here. Damn it, that's gonna take ages to fill up. Alright, whatever. Let's go find somewhere to build. Maybe over here somewhere. Got myself a nice flat area. So I'm going to be building this out of just regular concrete. Not reinforced concrete and not steel or stainless steel like I have in other bases. Just regular concrete, because I'm trying to like think about this in terms of like what kind of level it's going to relate to. Because it's going to use some powered doors. Either these ones or these ones. I think I'll try these ones to start with. That seems like a more appropriate level for what I'm trying to do here. But then maybe moving up to those ones as well, I'll just take both of them. So if you're able to make, it's going to take two of these. You're able to make two of these, and I assume you're probably in the concrete age. You're probably building shit out of concrete at that point. You're probably not too hard up for resources. So I'm just going to start with some concrete like this. Probably should have thought about where I was actually placing that to start with, rather than just building a random pillar in the middle of nowhere. Maybe I'll start down here actually. It's going to be a little bit wide, a nice big box, and then inside that box we're going to be doing some of our best work. You can take that phrasing however you like, but you know what I mean. We're going to build ourselves a nice little bunker down the end here that we can use, and then build all the exciting part out in front of it. While I'm finishing building this little box at the back here, I do want to take a moment just to quickly say that while I thank all the patrons for being such legends, as their name implies, at the start of every episode, and I spend a lot of time thanking them for everything they do, I do also really appreciate all the other people that watch these videos that sometimes aren't even subscribed. The numbers on these videos, like subscribe-wise, like only 50% of the views for these comes from subscribers. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed already, please do, because I definitely like seeing those numbers tick up and over. It's a wonderful feeling seeing the community here grow a little bit, but also all the other people that watch these things and just watch them and enjoy it. They don't comment, they don't like, they don't do anything like that. They just participate by watching, and that is fine. So thank you to all of those guys for being a part of this little journey that we're all on, and liking all the stupid base builds that I do. The numbers on base build videos are always really good, which is super, super nice, and I like seeing what you guys come up with, the ideas that I come up with as well. I just give you the kind of grounding for the idea, and then you guys run away and build your own designs, and then tweet me the pictures of it. It's always fun to see what you guys have come up with that I didn't necessarily think about when I first had the idea to start with. But okay, we're almost done building a sort of bunker at the back here. What I'm kind of thinking with this is that, especially if you're playing with a friend or two friends or something like that, if you have multiple people, you've got two windows here that you can use. I mean, sure, if you're playing single player, you can run back and forth as much as you like, but if you've got friends, you can take a window each and just rinse the zombies as they show up, whichever way they might be going. And understand more about why there's two windows in a little bit. Or in fact, you probably already do, given it's probably in the thumbnail and in the title description as well. But, you know, as I said before, I like pretending like there's mystery. I like pretending like there's a cloth I can pull off this thing and reveal it to you later on in the episode. It's just kind of fun. The mystique is always fun. So I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work out in the end, like how it's going to come out in the wash. I'm just kind of building the general kind of skeleton of it first, and we can work on the more intricate details after the fact. Let's get that 3 high. Let's go 4 high so it matches up to the bunker at the end there. This is kind of the problem with working with like flat materials, like stainless steel and concrete and stuff. There's no texture to them, which is kind of nice. But I mean, I normally paint things in, I'll just quickly show you, in this one, in like the big solid bricks, because I like having a little bit of texture to the walls. You know, this looks all very plain and beige and boring, and I'd much rather have some sort of like personality to it as opposed to what it is right now. I'll quickly get rid of that one because I don't know where that's going to be. So all I've done is I put some ramps inside the slots here. So if you're inside, got the door in the middle here. If you're inside here and the zombie is baiting on the door, you can shoot the zombie at the door. That would be nice and easy, but I'll show you how the rest of that works in a second. Although I might have to change that later on. I'm not quite sure if that's going to work with the overall design. Let's just keep going down. Nice big walls all the way down there. Got to think medieval with this stuff. Gigantic concrete walls is the way to go. So this is where it starts to get a little bit more interesting. Just down the center here, kind of reminiscent of the old like Roman circuits where they used to do like the chariot races and stuff. A big pen with a wall in the center. I'm just building a wall down the middle because what we're going to try and do is try and confuse how the zombies think. So we've got that door in that bunker there, which is going to act as the weak point. You need a weak point for zombie AI pathing stuff because you need to give them something to aim for. You need to dangle that carrot in front of them, or rather you need to dangle that donut in front of the fat zombie and try and get him to always go for that. If you make everything as strong as everything else, then there's no discernible weak point for them. And now that they're super smart construction engineers, they will always go for the weak point. So if you don't give them something to aim for, then it's random where they'll actually show up to. So if you want to be able to predict what the zombies do, you need to be able to give them a weak point to aim for and dangle that donut. So we're going to go all the way down there with that wall just in front. It's only 2 blocks wide here, which is going to be fine. This isn't the super important part. This doesn't matter so much. It's what's going to be between the entryway here and the other side, which is what's actually going to make all this work for us. Now, I'm not sure how long this wall needs to be. I'm just kind of making it even length for now. We can kind of tinker with the length of all that a little bit later on, because the strength of the wall in the middle and how long it is going to contribute to how the zombies are going to path around this. So we're going to start with, let's just go the normal smaller door for now. I'm not sure if that's actually, in fact, let's go powered. Is that any cheaper than the other ones? Powered, let's see, let's go here. You take forged steel, so 49, 18, 18, as opposed to, what do you have? 90, 18. Okay, so it's much cheaper. So we're going to do this on the cheap, I suppose. Let's go like this. Let's start right about there, I suppose. Yep, like that. We'll give a nice little frame around the door as well. Make it nice and strong. So what we're going to do is we've got these doors here, right? And we're going to connect them to motion sensors so that when a zombie shows up and gets close enough to the door, those doors will close and the zombie will go, oh, shit, my path is now blocked. I better run all the way around this way, back around the other side. And then when he gets to this side, then another door, which will just be, is that in the same spot, actually? Yes, it is. Look at that. My gut feeling told me so, and it was so. Then now this door will close in front of him, and they'll get confused again and go, oh shit, I can't get through here again, better run around this way again. So they'll kind of get stuck in an infinite loop, which is why there's 2 windows. Doors open, you can be inside, pow, 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 blow all the zombies away, door closes, run to the other side, and that will come open up this door, and you can shoot them all again. Maybe not a super cheap base in regards to ammo, because you'll be shooting everything, but hey, this ain't a melee base, we can build one of those another time. I was gonna do motion sensors above the doors, but now that I'm thinking about it, they're a little bit too unreliable. Like, I used them for the old, the turret cover over here, the automatic turret thing over here, which worked well, but it also didn't work as reliably for where the zombies were when it activated as I might have liked. So I think for this one, we might go, is it sensor? No, that's the whole thing. I need, whatchamacallit, is it plates? I think it's going to be plate. Yeah, there we go. Trigger plate. Get one of those, and we'll bang those down. It's 5 wide, which I did by design, which is nice because it also matches the roller door as well. Let's go like maybe up to here, because we need it to be enough time for the zombie to hit it, and for that to close the door and their pathing to get confused enough before they start beating on the door too much for them to run around the other way. So we'll try it there to start with. Put another one down there as well. Oh, that was the wrong one. I've now broken my wall. It's a little bit annoying. That's all right. Replace that one there and replace there. Get them all wired up, and then we should be ready to give it a little bit of a cheeky test and see how it goes. Just for symmetricality reasons, I've put in 2 solar plants up the top. Now, that's hideously expensive given they're all full of tier 6 solar cells. That's hundreds of thousands of dollaritos worth of kit right there, but the power source isn't important here. You can do whatever you like. You can run a generator if you want to burn down the planet, and that would be a-okay if you wanted to do that. In fact, I need my wireless. There we go. Some wireless power as well. Grab you and just bang you right about there and there. That should look just fine. Boop, just like that. Okay, connect you to you, and from you all the way to this one. You're gonna reach. Please reach. Reach. No, you can't quite reach. Look, the cable's red. It can't quite do it. Ah, it's annoying. Oh, we're gonna run into the same issue again where I can't reverse the flow of electricity. Look, you hit the motion sensor and it opens the door. That's not what I need. That's the complete opposite of what I need. The zombie shows up and you just let him straight in. So like when I fought the Day 700 horde with the killing corridor and a zombie cop knocked on the door and I was like, hey, why don't you come inside and destroy everything? Zombie cruises up here and it just lets you straight inside. That's exact opposite of what I needed there. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? This is going to get really annoying. I hate having to try to figure out the electricity. You can do it where like, you can have it permanently on, but then the sensor will overload the circuit and then that will turn everything off. It's much harder to wire up and much more unreliable. But I think it's the only chance we got right now. That's really annoying. So here's how I'm going to do it. I've got one level 1 solar cell inside my solar system, which is giving me a maximum output of 17 watts. Now the door is 5 watts, which means that should be pretty okay by itself. But I need to get some more electrical devices in here to try and overload the system when it all kicks off. So let's go like this. Let's get that going the right way. There we go. Stick you all along there. 1, 2, 3, and get you on the other side. Boom. Boom, and boom. Now, how much power do each of you take? 7 watts per light. So that's only going to take 2 before this whole system is overdone. So let's go like this and go here and connect all of you up just like this. All the lights will turn on when one Muppet comes and stands on this sensor plate. Go like that and like that and like that. Well more than I had accounted for, but that's okay. All right, let's give that a try. Ready? And go. It doesn't overload it. It doesn't shut it down when there's too much draw power. Damn. Oh, wait, hang on. Wait a second. Can I... So if it's not turning on the ones after that, like if I go from here to there... No, that's not going to do it for me either. If I get that connected in the circuit after the fact, then there's going to be enough power to go around, and it's not going to work out for me. All right, let's try that one. Let's wire you to there. Oh, see what I mean? I hate the electricity in this. It's just so frustrating sometimes. The worst part about this is I can't even go and like fall back onto something I've used before, like using the garage door, like the roller door as a removable platform, because the zombies don't path. As we found out when we rebuilt your labs over here, the zombies don't path over just a door by itself. You need to have something underneath it like this for them to get them to see as a viable path, because in their minds, they're walking along here, you're just keeping them above that with the roller doors. So the roller doors don't actually exist in their minds at all. So I can't just build like a slot underneath all of this. Like I could have done, you know, have a door here with a flat surface and the power turns on and the door goes away and they fall into a slot, run around the outside and have to do it all over again. But they're not going to go into the hole unless, I mean, I could build just like that and build like a wedge drop or something underneath it and kind of lure them in. But then they would never choose a side. They would always just go the same side because their pathing wouldn't change. Oh, that's real frustrating. That's real frustrating. All I needed is just a polarity adjuster, like just a way to go, hey, when you turn off, I want you to close, or when you turn on, I want you to close. Like just a way to dictate what I actually want this shit to do when I give it power. That's all I want. That's all I wanted. But no, I can't do that. Instead, I have to try and finagle away through all of this nonsense electrical work to try and get it to work the way it does in my head. I've talked about this before, and some very helpful people have tried to explain to me how to reverse the electrical signal, but it's really complicated, and it's gone straight over my head, but I'm going to do my best to try and understand it. The system I'm going to try and use came to me from @Nightscape on Twitter, so thank you very much for your write-up trying to explain it to me. I'm an idiot. I'm doing my best to try and read through it, but apparently it's something to do with how you can use battery relays. So if I have, according to what he was saying, if I have this, and that gets overloaded, apparently I can then make it switch onto a relay with higher power once that gets overloaded. At least that's the way that I understood it, I think. So I'm going to get myself, we're going to go through this journey together. We're either going to find out this works, or we're going to just get completely shat on, and none of this is going to work at all. Let's take one battery, because I feel like that will give it just a little bit more power than what that one's running, but probably not too much. Okay, so what he was saying is I run all of this to all of these, and that's going to overload that solar cell very, very quickly, which will be fine. But then from that, I think if I go, how do I do this actually? Let's just close you up. If I go from you to the battery box, I think is what he was saying, and then from you to that one. So when that gets overloaded, it will then, like, this normally acts as a relay, but it will ignore that. Turn on? No, wait, what if I go like this? If I turn it on? No, it's still open. How does this work? I don't get it. I need like a wiring diagram or something. Battery with a lower wattage to a switch to a battery with a higher wattage will only provide the higher wattage if the switch is off. Right, okay, so this one has the higher wattage. That's got 33 watts compared to 29. So he said, what are we going for here? We're going to go wire tool. We're going to go from the lower wattage to a switch. And then from a switch to a higher wattage. Did that kind of work? What if I go like this? No, do I need to turn both of them on? Is that turn on? I don't know. Okay, let's try that one. On. No, the door's not closed. Oh, wait. The door did close. Do I have to give it a minute to figure itself out? I don't understand. I don't get it. But it's like, it definitely closed me fucking around with this switch. I don't know. Oh, something's happening, but I don't know what. So this is interesting. I disconnected all the lights, and now I just have an always on switch. So like, even when the switch is off, it's still always open. Okay. So what if, I don't know. I don't know where I'm supposed to connect the lights in this circle. What if I connect it from just the battery bank itself, like that? There we go. Look, now they're all on. They're all happy. Door is open. Okay. Yeah. Good. No, it's still always on. Why? So I've been rereading that message over and over and over again, trying to figure out exactly how it works. And I think, so if I go from the lower voltage to a switch that is on, and then that to that one, then I think from what he was saying, I think that then uses the first power bank, not the second. Oh, no, that was the wrong one. Let's disconnect you. Okay, so yeah, when that's on, it's using the first and turning this into a relay. But when that's off, it's using this one, which has the higher voltage. So that should reverse something. Let's just go like that. Turn you on, and then from you, yep, down to that one. Okay, so that's actually working already. Right, okay, so all I need to do now is get a switch down here which runs all the lights. So when I turn that on, it overloads the first circuit and it switches to the second one, which will open... No, we'll close the door, I think. Wait, hang on. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm talking myself in circles. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, because I don't even understand what I'm saying. You can see that it is kind of working, just I'm getting it all kind of mixed up. So if I switch that on, then these lights turn off. But if I switch that off, then those lights turn on. See? So there is promise there. Something is working, just not quite the way that I was hoping it would. So if I go from that one maybe to this one. There we go. Okay, so that's closed. That's good. And then... Ah, damn it. We're so close. Come on, please. Oh my God, I finally got it. After trialing and error and having to message people and be like, please help me figure this out. I finally got it to work. Look at this. Okay, open door. Lovely little path. Lovely. When we go up here and we go, oh, you've now pressed a switch. Everything is now on, which is the important part. And look, the door is closed. Oh, interesting. Well, it's breathed a breath of life back into this whole design. Why did that just happen? What? Nothing's even connected to that. What? Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, whatever. Let's just go from here. So how this works, okay, this is the low voltage battery pack. So it has 29 volts compared to 33. But right now, even though they're both on, you can see there, they're both on, but only this one is working because that switch is on. If I change that, now this is the one that's actually been drawn upon. So that would actually, yep, that door is open. Let's try that again. Door is closed. Lovely. Okay, need to try that again though. Go from this one to this, like that. Okay, and then from you up to this one here. Open. Yep, good. And then so if I stand on this, it should close. No, why did you open again? What? No, you worked for 2 seconds. God. Oh, wait, actually, no, wait. That's because of the plate, isn't it? Power duration, I don't know, like freaking 10 minutes? I don't care for now. Okay, on. What is happening here? It worked. It was working fine. I put down the freaking trigger plate. Now everything's gone off its fucking rockers. Okay, I went and restarted the game because I think there was like a glitch happening with some of the wireless systems, so I've got rid of all the wireless power. It's all running OG, normal, ugly wires, but it seems to be working a whole lot better now. I've done some rewiring, deleted all of the parts, and just got it running as bare bones and vanilla as possible. So once again, I need to give him another thank you, because without this wouldn't be possible. At Nightscapes, that's night with a K, like the knight with a suit of armor and a sword and stuff. Thank you, you absolute goddamn champion, for going out there and figuring out how to do this. This is absolutely fantastic, and I'm sure not only me, but other people will get a lot of good use out of this again. So I'll run through it one more time. So weak power into on switch, into strong power, the higher voltage there. Both of them turned on into a bunch of lights to kind of sap up the extra voltage, because then as soon as you turn off that switch, it goes to the more powerful one, and it opens the door. Easy as you like. Oh, thank God we finally got that running. So now all I have to do is replace that switch with a sensor. There we go. Nothing freaked out when I did that. That's good. Okay, so from here, in fact, let's just undo that one. There we go, and undo that one. All right, from weak battery to sensor, from sensor to powerful. There we go. Door is open, and then door is closed. And stays closed. Oh, it feels good. It feels good. Oh my, so good. My voice is squeaking. Oh, I can't believe after all that effort, all that trying, all those messages back and forthing with Cole, who is Nightscape, all that work to finally get it working, and now we finally have the results. Oh, thank God. Okay, so then we walk off that, the doors will open up again. We want to go power duration. How long should we go? Let's go 10 seconds, say. So as soon as I step on that, for 10 seconds, those doors will be closed, and the zombies will have nothing to do. Let's try that. Okay, they're gonna open back up again. You're gonna have to step on you again to get you to figure your shit out. There we go, you're on. And then when you turn off, that should all open up again. Please, please, love of God, you were just working, but we're so close. There's still so many glitches in this. Yes! Yes! I've never been so excited by a door opening before. It fucking opened. That means we can do what we wanted to do. Oh, yes! So now all we need to do is just repeat the process over here. So we've got weak battery, turn on, to strong battery, turn on, and we already have the plates down the bottom. So U onto U, and a U to the powerful battery, and then all that runs through all the lights into the door. Oh my God, what a freaking day. What a freaking endeavor it was to get that to work. Like, I've been going for like just over an hour now, and this episode wouldn't be that long at this point, because a whole bunch of that is just me sitting here silently trying to like wire up different things at different times. Okay, that's all working. Let's test that one out as well. In fact, you need to be, what was it, 10 seconds I think we're doing? 10 seconds is an awfully long time. Let's maybe actually turn that down to 5 seconds. Seems like a better kind of time given how little, oh no, yep, you need to be 5 seconds. There we go. Okay, let's try that, and on. Oh, yep, okay, so that's closed, so it's gonna go send off it. One. Oh, no, okay, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and open. Yes, good. Does this one work the same way? 2, 3, 4, 5, open. Yes, good. Okay, look at that. We are cooking with gasoline now. It looks like a face. I kind of like that. Okay, so with that one there, let's see if that actually works how we want it to. Let's put our body inside the bunker in here and see if we can spawn in a couple of Jeffs just to kind of see if this actually works. If this doesn't work, this is all for nothing. Zombie. Let's get some zombie ferals. That'll do. Yeah, get their attention. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, here we go. Come on, in you come. Press it. Door closes. Oh, they made it inside. They just made it inside. That's not what I wanted at all. I need to stand there beating on the doors. Oh, no. No. So it's still quicker than to like beat down the door. Or maybe they just don't like change their pathing when the door changes. Maybe these are the wrong kind of doors to do it with. I mean, it still works in a way I can try some other doors. Close the doors. One gets through. She gets stuck on the door though. And she's just going to stay there beating on it until the door's open again. Ah, okay. That's a little frustrating, but we can still work with it. All right, thank you, Chelsea, for giving me the data that I needed. Not the right kind of data I was hoping for, but data is data. We can still make it work. I'm going to change a couple of things up just to try and make it a little bit more reliable, and that involves getting rid of the trip sensor. Just doesn't really seem to work how I was hoping it would. And I've also banged in a level 6 battery into the more powerful battery bank, because after all, that doesn't really matter so much. That's only doing one job for me. That's fine. So I banged an extra battery in there because I'm now using vault doors. So like maybe the garage doors don't like change their AI as much as I might kind of hope it would. So instead, I'm going to try and do it this way. Let's aim you like down to right about there actually. So as soon as they come into the channel, it can take some time for them to reevaluate their pathing. So where you're going to see them all the way out to there. Okay, that's fine. They come in here, they get seen, the doors close, and everything should hopefully work out like an absolute superstar. Great to connect you onto there. All right, how are we looking? So hopefully, if that sees me, it should close those doors. Let's try that. Ready? Doors closed, they get mad, they're like, meh, beating on doors, camera's still seeing them, so that's all fine, well and good. Oh, except for when I'm like right there. Maybe that's not the right place for it then. Let's go over here then, let's connect it to this wall. That should hopefully be better so we'll still see them when they're against the door, so it doesn't just reopen the doors and let all the zombies in. There we go, how's that? They run in, camera sees them, doors close, probably not quite soon enough. I'll get it to change the angle a bit, and all while they're here, camera boy up there sees them and they cannot get in. Hopefully that'll mean that their pathing will change and they'll go a different way. All right, let's just put myself in here actually, same as doorways. Let's actually test it properly, seeing as it's all here. All right, let's try a couple more Chelseas. I'm not sure that door will close in time, but we won't know for sure until we try it. All right, here we go. They go in, camera, no, oh, wait. Whoa. Everyone stop. I forgot to do something. Let's change that onto that one. And let's, while we're here, may as well just do one of these ones. Okay, let's try that. Hopefully that one will work a little bit better now that I've actually got it to see the zombies and not just completely ignore them. So a couple of Chelseas out there. There we go. AI on. Get their attention. Oi! Knack, there you go. Jesus, you deaf bitch. All right, there we go. Doors closed. One got through. That's right. Oh, Cook can take care of her. There we go. They're going to stay there for a while. That is a... Oh, there we go. Pathing changes. She got mad. She's gone around the other way. Oh, that door closed too. She made it in, though. Interesting. So as long as they're there, they'll... Why aren't you changing your path? Why are you so convinced you can beat your way through the concrete and not go around the completely open other way? Chelsea, come on. What are you doing? The other thing I really like about this is that you could definitely wire something like this up for your normal base entry kind of thing. So you could have a door that's always, I don't see why you need that. The door's open for you already. But if you really wanted to make it like more difficult for yourself and have an automatic opposite drawbridge, you can make it that the door is always open. But then when a zombie shows up, it'll close the door behind you, which would be kind of nice actually. As a function, I kind of like that. It's a whole lot of like extra effort to get that to work. But if that's what you want to do, then that's how we can make that happen. Okay, I've got two different sets of doors. I've got that all wired up as it should be. Let's just put my body back here. I keep thinking I'm going to take shortcuts. There's no reason for me to do that. Okay, let's go out here. Let's get a bunch of Chelseas and see what happens. Hopefully now it'll work a little bit better that like there's two working systems on both sides. They're going that way. Door closes. One still made it through. Definitely need those doors to close a little bit faster than they currently are. How long are you guys going to stay there before you decide to go the other way? Are you going to at all? Oh, one thought about it. No, they really just don't like those garage doors, do they? They just decide that the garage doors must die, regardless of whether or not it's the fastest way to do it. Alright, well that's okay. That's important information for us. Let's get rid of all of you. Let's get rid of those bloody... Oh, damn it, missed it. Get rid of those bloody doors and replace it with some vault doors and see if we can get them stuck in a little loop. I've moved the cameras all the way back to the start of here to give the doors enough time to close down and stop the zombies coming in. However, I'm still not sold that this is a viable option for Alpha 18. I had to build it, I had to try it to see if it would work. The best thing about this is that we've got the reversible polarity. Is it still polarity? The reversible electrical system now kind of figured out. I mean, look, I'm just showing it to you. I did not figure it out. I could never have dreamt up a solution like this in my wildest dreams. So we've got that going for us. But I mean, with the new AI systems in Alpha 18 where they take like a good 10 seconds to recalibrate their AI pathing, in Alpha 17, they'd rethink their pathing in like 2 seconds, and you could definitely like get them trapped in a little like a little dance going back and forth. But with this, they're going to do some damage, so it's going to end up breaking down eventually, one way or another. And I mean, like, sure, you could like have something like this, so you could go over the top and like stand on the bars in the middle and shoot all the zombies at the doors, but then I mean, it's not really as clean and simple as I like my bases to be. All the bases here work in a very effective way with as little kind of upkeep as you need to do yourself. Not a lot of these, except for like the P.O Box base, which is an anti-cheese base, just to prove that I could do that, and not actually have to rely on exploiting their eye all the time. But like all of these ones, you don't need to necessarily actively fight as much as you might need to if you just stood on top of a pillar somewhere. This is effectively the same as just standing on top of a POI and shooting all the zombies. I mean, look, it works, and it works fine, but it's not quite as clean and crisp as I really wanted it to be. So let's put in a ladder on either side in here to get all their pathing working the way I need it to, and then we'll stand on top of our little wall out there and see how it goes. Here they come, oh, they're going around the outside of it. What are you... Ah, yeah. Okay, yep, nah, cool. Alright, well, see, that's the thing. Your best laid plans are never as good as the zombies deciding where their weak point's gonna be. This is what I was talking about at the start, where you need to make sure your weak point is where you want it to be, so the zombies act the same way every time. Because otherwise, imagine if you spent all that time building this, you know, you went all through all that effort, all those resources, building something to try and trick the zombies, and then something like that happens, Horde shows up, and they just cave their way through a wall, rather than actually going through your traps, which would be a bad time, regardless of who you are. Alright, let's try that again now that I'm in a different spot. Let's get that going. Let's get their attention, please. Alright, AI on. Where are they going to go this time? They're going around the outside again. Why? I'm in the bunker. What are you seeing that's different here? Look, the doors are open. Come in the open door, you stupid slut. You know what? I'm getting rid of the front door. The last side of the fence, I'm just getting rid of it because I need them to path a little bit more reliably, please. There we go. Get their attention. Come into my base, please. Okay, is that... Oh my goodness, guys. Seriously? Seriously? How am I not getting your attention? You talk to each other. Tell each other where I am. Alright, one's gone around the outside. Those guys are going down the middle. Let's get rid of you. They're all joining the fight. That should hopefully be enough. That should stop in a second and go around the other way. Please. Pretty please go the other way. I'd very much like you to stop beating on my walls now. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Oh, God damn it. Alright, well, there you go. Proof again that not everything I ever build always works 100% perfectly every bloody time. The mechanism works, though. The mechanism is there. We can shut doors when zombies show up, which is, I mean, if anything else, that is something to take away from this and be happy about. But the actual mechanism that I wanted with this base just does not work. So maybe I'll title this base about there's a screamer all over there. Not anymore, there's not. Maybe I'll title this base about how we can reverse electricity now, rather than an infinite loop base, because an infinite loop base is just not working unless you go back to the age-old tried and true and tested killing corridor. That's why the killing corridor works so well. They drop down, repath, and come back up the same way. They get stuck in a loop. I was trying to do it a different way, but it's just not going to work. I thought it might, but I don't think it's going to. I think I've got to put my hand up on this one and say that my idea didn't work. It didn't work out how I wanted it to. I mean, look, it functions the way I wanted it to, but it doesn't work inside the game how I wanted it to. The zombies don't react to it how I was expecting. So I'm going to chalk the reversible base off as a failure for Alpha 18. It worked in 17, not in 18, but that doesn't mean this has been a total loss. But because of that, I am going to put this sign here for Cole McDonald at Nightscape for your wonderful idea of being able to invert electricity. You have somehow managed to make a way that turns electricity on but closes doors, which is what I wanted from the get-go, and it's relatively simple as well. Only a couple of, I mean, look, it's a little bit expensive if you've got to do this in survival, but like the amount of parts you need isn't actually that great. Couple of batteries, couple of battery plants, couple of lights and a door, and you're ready to go. And if you're building power doors, by that point, you've probably got the materials to do all of that. So thank you, Cole McDonald. This sign will live on this base forever as your little testament to your awesomeness inside the park. Thank you very much for going through all that effort and solving that riddle for me. But I'm going to have to come back and try and solve my own riddles in another episode, because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to all the patrons on Patreon who made this episode possible. If you liked, make sure to like button down below and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter. If I don't talk to you there first, I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.